Red Hawks, sealing the deal. Huge win for them. So the FCAT crew, thank you all for joining us tonight. It's boys basketball. Frontier strikes right back. Dredge takes the three in the corner. 3 threes in a row for the Red Hawks. Pulls the three. Yes! What a shot! Oh my God!
Look at that!
And you can kiss that goodbye!
That's the game.
This is exactly how the JV game was going. Hello and welcome to Frontier Community Access Television. It's Red Hawks basketball here tonight at Goodnow Gymnasium. The girls are up this time around playing against the Mahar Senators. I'm Mason Smith, joined tonight by Braden Repold on the mic. We are in for, I think, a pretty interesting game here tonight, Braden. Some pretty polar opposites of teams coming into this one.
Absolutely.
Really hot start to the season is the Red Hawks 8-0. And, I mean, we've covered a lot of games. We know where they are as a team this year, and we'll talk a lot more about it as we get deeper into the game. But on the flip side, we've got the Senators, 1-4, 0-2 in their conference. Although coming off of a pretty big win a couple weeks ago, it was during break, but against Pioneer, 47-16, and then their most recent game they lost 17-42. So kind of flipped the script a little bit there.
Yeah, kind of evens it out. I mean, looking back, 12-15, Frontier beat East Hampton 56-39. So that'll be interesting to think about.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely a lot of what we've seen so far in this season is putting Frontier in a dominant position, but we're hoping that we can see some kind of competitiveness from the Senators on their short road trip here just to Frontier before they go back home for 2 games against Palmer and then Kobog. But, I mean, this is an important time right now for these two teams. At the end of this week, I think Friday is the first time that we're going to be seeing the MIAA state rankings. They're coming out for the first time officially. So every game has a little bit more weight to it right now leading up to it, Braden.
Yeah.
So now we're going to go down onto the court for the starting lineups and the national anthem. All right, and we will be underway in just a moment here. Teams meeting in the huddle. Last second discussions with their coaches, getting ready for the game here at the Nest. We got a few streams coming up for you later in this week as well from FCAT Media. Tomorrow we have Greenfield boys hockey, Green Wave facing off against the West Springfield Terriers. That's tomorrow at 4:30, I think it is. It's a bit of a strange time, but it's after school, so it works for me.
I know, right?
Myself, Mason Smith, and Chris Gilbert going to be on the call then. And then Thursday we have another game here at home. It's the boys basketball team against the... What is it? They're playing Hopkins, right?
I
yes.
believe so, yeah.
They're playing Hopkins. So we'll be back here for that. Those are the games coming up this week for the Red Hawks and the Greenfield Co-op team. Ball goes out of bounds on the tip-off, and it's going to be Frontier's ball.
Mason, some players to watch out for right here on, especially on the Red Hawks, is going to be Addie Harrington. She's averaging 12.1 for the season, as well as Skylar Steele, who's averaging 9.5.
It's a good thing you bring up Addie Harrington. We're going to be watching her in the early minutes of the game here. She is just 3 points shy of 100 as she catches a pass beyond the arc, now sends it up top. Steele with it, looking for feedback down low. Harrington thought about the shot, now Steele again. Kirkendall swinging around the horn. Michon lets it fly, and it's too far. Rebound is there for the Senators. Taylor Palak picking it up. Now it's Camo. Back to Palak, dumps it down on the elbow, and it's taken away. Steele, the recipient, sends it over. Michon, too short off the glass. Hawks with 2 trips on offense, coming up short, Braden.
Yeah, hopefully that's not going to be a recurring problem.
Play up top. Now they're trying to work down low, and a travel is going to be called against senior captain Thea Whitmore. It's her and Hayden Camo, wearing number 22 tonight, that are the 2 captains for the Mahar Senators.
She's actually one of the top scorers for Mahar, so keep an eye on her during the game.
Kirkendall brings it up. Pitch down low. Modesto in the paint, and a jump ball is called. She was covered up by the whole Senators squad.
Getting swarmed down in the paint there.
Kamal brings it up. Driving fast to her right. Leaves it behind her, and now it ends up top. Steele picking it off through the air. The lay goes down. And that puts the Hawks on the scoreboard first after a few missed chances early on. And another steal. Hawks playing physical up top tonight. Kirkendall slows it down. Now it's Steele pitching it to the other side. Harrington, all kinds of time. Gets 100. Great way to do it. Beautiful play from her teammates. And she is the first from the girls' team to hit that huge milestone of the season, Braden.
I mean, yeah, it goes to show why she's averaging 12.1.
Great from the arc this year. And now Camo trying to find an answer, and she travels up top.
You know, Mason, it's early to be saying anything, but hopefully Frontier can keep up their intensity they're playing with, because so far it's going really good. They got 3 steals on the board already, just a couple minutes in. So if they can keep this up, then it should be an easy victory for them.
Absolutely, Braden. I mean, that's something that they've been really confident with this whole year so far, just playing physical, especially getting a lot of steals. Modesto, little too far on the pass, was trying to make a save there right on the baseline.
Another thing I want to make note of, though, is that they've been consistent with is their passing. So
yeah.
Frontiers definitely plays more like person, but they play more as a unit, which is a necessity for this team, which makes them be as good as they are.
Up top, it's Camo. Driving on the blocks, puts up a high shot off the glass, and rebound goes to Steele after a short battle. Now it finds its way to Harrington. She's got some room. Over to Kirkendall. Down low, Modesto. And she puts it up through traffic, gets her own rebound. Pushing through, and one.
Some great physicality down there in the paint, Mason, just pushing through all the defense.
She's got to be confident in herself down there. I don't know if you could hear it on the stream, but Harrington was kind of screaming for the ball. She was wide open at the arc. And, you got to believe that she's going to nail it if she gets it out there. But Modesto just feeling confident down low and has a shot at a 3-point play here.
Won't connect.
Doesn't get the free throw. Stays 7-0 Red Hawks after 2 minutes into the game. And a timeout is going to be called by Coach Stephen Bonk of the Mahar Senators. So we're going to take a quick break on the court. We'll be right back in just a moment. You're watching Frontier Community Access Television. Hello and welcome back to Frontier Community Access Television. We're coming back from a timeout from the Senators. And they're bringing up the ball here. Camo over to Palak. Trying to backdoor feed, and they pitch it out to the corner. Low pass, and looks like it's going to be a penalty against the Red Hawks.
It's early in the game, but so far from both teams, we're seeing a lot of physicality, especially on defense down in the paint, just getting on a man and just defending them as best as you can. So,
and now down low. Pass too far. Campbell, after committing a foul, comes up with a steal. Somehow stays with the ball through traffic. Nice pass up top. Harrington for three. Too far off the back rim, and now picking it up off the rebound. Moving fast as the other way as the Senators. And Harrington pokes it out. Huge block into transition. Now Steele feeds it over to Campbell. Down low, Modesto off the glass and down. Great sequence there from both teams. Fast-paced, just how we like it. 9-0 is the score now. And the Senators are going to draw a foul.
Takes to the line, shooting two.
And I think it's going to be Whitney Campbell picking up the foul again for the Red Hawks.
Is that her second on the night, first on the night?
Second. She picked up the one that got them the inbound pass down low before.
You're right.
So now she picks up her second here. Two quick ones. Camo is going to get the Senators on the board here with 4:16 to go.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Mason, but Kumo is one of the captains, right?
Yes, she is. Her and Thea Whitmore, number 11. She goes 1 for 2 on the line. And now Hayes, who checked in alongside Whitney Campbell, gets the ball off the rebound. Campbell up top, steal. Now in the corner, it's Harrington for three.
Won't connect.
Rebound loose. Campbell won't save it, and it goes to the Senators. A lot of missed chances so far, Braden, for both teams.
I mean, one thing I was taking note of, and this is no diss to Mahar at all, but in their warm-ups, it looked like they were shooting a little inconsistently, which might be worrying for them, but no diss on them at all.
Yeah. I mean, you can sometimes tell a lot from a team from the warm-ups, but Camo takes a long jumper.
Good board from Harrington.
Going the other way now. Michon almost had a clean pass there. Loses it. Diving Palak almost gets a steal. Now she goes the other way. Modesto down low. Puts it up through traffic. And that is 6 points on the night.
Another part of the great passing we were talking about there, Mason. Nice cut. And then pass right down in the center. Get an easy board.
It's just all of them have great court vision, and they can see where they want it to be. 3 ball from Camo. Little too far. Rattled around the cage. And now Harrington back to Hayes. Step up 3 around and out. And it's going to stay. DeMayo going to come in for Hayes.
Haven't seen too much of it yet, Mason, but Frontier definitely specializes in those quick and useful and necessary passes. And I haven't seen too much of them yet, but again, it is still early in the game, and we've been seeing some a lot, especially last play. So hopefully we're going to see some of that from the Redhawks because that is definitely their specialty.
Kirkendall for 3, sends it to the left. Now rebound loose, DeMayo has it. Modesto, pump fake, DeMayo for 3. Off the rim, rebound goes to Taylor Palak. And yeah, like you said, Braden, they work in the transition. They move fast. That's how they like to play. And I think, we don't keep track of statistics this much, but if we were to keep track of this statistic, I think that they would use up the least amount of the shot clock that we see from just about any team so far this season. So DeMayo over to Harrington, fakes the shot again. Now she drives, high blocks, pitched out to Kirkendall, tries the 3, and it's not there. Put back, Michon draws the foul.
And I believe she's taken to the line.
And that is going to be Captain Thea Whitmore's second foul. So one player on each team with 2 fouls. Michon gets on the board herself with the first made free throw.
Stretching Frontier's lead to 11 now.
Checking on right now for the Senators is Jaya McBroom, number 24 on the low blocks to the left right now. 2 for 2 on the line is Liv Michon. And something else, while we're talking about Michon, her and Kirkendall were a huge factor, especially on the scoreboard in their last season, as Modesto denies Camo on the low blocks. But this year they've fallen a little bit on the quieter side in terms of putting points on the scoreboard.
Yeah, one thing I want to note, though, is I think the difference from last year to this year is there's a lot more chemistry, and they're working a lot better as a team together, which causes everyone to get more better shot opportunities and just better passing ability as well.
Yeah, I think if you added up the point totals that we have for each player and added up the point totals we have for each player from last year at this point in the season, they would even out just about. Maybe a little bit more. We've seen a couple higher scoring games from the Redhawks, but, I guess if you're trying to make it proportional, the argument is, exactly what you said. They're staying together as a team, and the amount of transition and turnover points that this team of the Redhawks has had, it's amazing. And it doesn't matter who gets those points in transition when you're on a fast break.
Definitely,
it's just you find the easy open shot. And that is going to be a quick foul picked up by Rainer Luce as she checks in down low for Harper Modesto. Camo goes to the line.
But yeah, Mason, as you were saying, Frontier gets a lot of steals consistently, which allows them to get a lot of fast break points in that. And this kind of evens out the scores around the board for all the players. And I would definitely say I prefer a team like this that has chemistry and just works the ball around the team. It doesn't have like 2 consistent scores, but more spread around across the team. I think that's more important than having just straight scores.
Yeah, I totally agree. And each from, my standpoint here of calling a game, each has its own benefit of being entertaining and exciting to watch.
Most definitely.
Because, who doesn't love to see one player just go off
fire
sometimes? And it's just amazing, Camo goes 2 for 2 on this second trip to the line. Now just a 10-point lead for the Redhawks. But, it's a fine line, right? When you have people that were top scorers last year and who are, not as much, when do they start to lose that touch?
Yeah.
That's going to be a carry call against Taylor Palak as she was on the fast break there. And, that's what you can start to worry about with Michon and Kirkendall. If you want to be nitpicky, of course. It doesn't deny the success of the Redhawks, but, they got to prepare for some really tough teams they're going to face in the postseason.
Oh, most definitely, yeah.
Now a pitch down low. That was some good vision from Kirkendall. Swinging it back the other side. It's Michon down low. Puts up a deep 2. Little short. She was doing a fade there. And now just over a minute to go in the first quarter. Low scoring, 13-3. And deflected pass. Campbell picks up the steal. Loose. And DeMayo has it now. The Hawks slow it down. Kirkendall brings it up. Over to Campbell. Down low, Michon. Sees Campbell on the give and go. Almost steps out. Now DeMayo thought about the jumper. Puts it up. Off the glass. A lot of traffic down low for both teams, Braden.
Oh, yeah, no, they're definitely getting really physical down in the paint. I don't think they're guarding 3 as much as they should because I feel like there's a lot of shooting threats out in the court right now. But definitely maintaining defense down in the paint is essential for both these teams here.
Another steal off the hands of Whitney Campbell, and now she puts up a wide open 2 off the back rim. And
timeout? No.
It looks like we're going to get a official timeout here. There's an injury.
Oh.
Yeah. That's Taylor Palick, who just went to the bench. Looked like it was something on the back of her knee. Strained something. I'm not too sure.
It's always the last thing you want to see here, especially this early in a game.
Yeah,
first quarter.
It's not a good look. And she's been a player that's been getting the ball a lot for the Senators.
Definitely, yeah.
Skamo gets it back, trying to pitch it to the top of the blocks, and now picked up down low, trying something off the glass, sends it way high, maybe deflected, I'm not sure. But now Kirkendall comes up with a rebound. 5 seconds in the quarter. Mahar down low.
Got it.
Goes down, and that is going to be the first quarter.
Mason, something I want to pick back up on real quick that you mentioned a little bit before was their postseason right now. One thing is that it doesn't seem like they've had too much competition judging based off of their the scores of their games here. So just kind of seeing how it gets back into like playoff season or something like that, if there's going to be a lot more competition or if it's going to make it harder on the Red Hawks for that. Because so far, 8-0, you look at the scoreboards here, they've been pretty dominant all season.
Yeah, absolutely. And we'll talk more about that and some of the logistics of the seeding in the postseason, since we're going to be seeing some of that come to light later this week when we come back from this short break. First quarter is over, 15-3. Hawks on top after 8. We'll be back with more after a short break. You're watching Frontier Community Access Television. Hello and welcome back to Frontier Community Access Television. I am still Mason Smith here with Braden Reepold. Tom Albert is our producer tonight on the laptop. Tyler Wolkowitz is filming for us. We're coming into the second quarter right now. Hawks are leading 15-3. And they're going to have possession offensively first off the inbound pass. Harrington down low to the right. Kirkendall working back up top. Now swings it over to the left. Steal down low. Over Mahar. Kirkendall for 3. Got it off the glass. And that is a relief right there. We talked about dishing out some of the points a little bit more.
Oh, yeah.
And sharing them around. Kirkendall, Mahar not getting on the scoreboard as much. She's had a bit of a quiet streak recently. So to see her get on the board this early in the game, it's a good sign, as that was a whiff pass from Steele, and it goes the other way. Now picked off by Kirkendall, but it gets back to Ayers, and the shot from Camo blocked by Mahar, it looked like. Now Modesto, Steele, all kinds of time for the 3. High bounce, and the putback Modesto.
Modesto is such a great player down in the paint, Mason. She's going to grab those boards and get good putbacks and just get great point scorer. So
she's such a physical player down there, and to have a center like that, it's such a great thing for a team, as that shot gets sent wide from Mackenzie Matthews of the Senators. 20-3 the score. Hawks racking it up as Steele misses another 3 from the same spot. And now it's Camo bringing it up past Mahar, driving on the low blocks, puts the shot up. It's not there, and she gets spun to the ground.
Mason, one thing I'm kind of hoping is, correct me if I'm wrong, but this just doesn't seem like the usually Frontier team we usually see. They don't seem as dominant, so hopefully Frontier can pick it up a little bit and increase the intensity and become more dominant in this game.
Yeah, it's the kind of thing where, I mean, they already have the lead, but you want to keep seeing the team that you usually do. And, I mean, this is the team we usually see here, getting all kinds of steals. Mahar for 3. Got it in the corner.
Do not make the mistake of leaving her open, Mason.
Well, she is a threat when she gets hot, especially from beyond the arc. She's going to be proving that tonight if she gets the ball more often down there. Camo thought about it. Jab step over to Palick, who sells it short. Steele picks it up. 2 minutes into the second quarter. Down low, Harrington high off the glass. She's a great range shooter, but
absolutely, yeah. But I don't
overestimating a little bit there. And that's going to be the second timeout for the Senators. And this is a good point to bring up what we were talking about before we came into the second quarter, Braden. The postseason.
Yeah.
This is a point in the year when we said at the beginning of this stream we're going to be seeing the first state rankings from MIAA coming out later this week. Friday, I think, is when it is. And so what goes into that? Well, obviously, we talked about this, and I'm sure you're tired of hearing me say it because we talked about it all the time with the fall sports. But what goes into it is you have an overall rating, which combines your margin of victory, which gets capped out at a certain point. For basketball, it's a difference of 10 points. And then it's your opponent's combined rating. So all of the opponents that you play, what is their rating put together? And so the concern, of course, for the Red Hawks right now, which is what we were talking about previously, is that the Hawks have faced not a lot of serious competition to the skill level that they're at right now, which is ending up possibly jeopardizing a good seeding for them.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, I feel like it just kind of messes up their opportunities here if it's going to put them at too high of a ranking against them. I mean, maybe putting let's see, Boston Celtics against the Pistons, maybe.
I don't know if it'll be that extreme, but something of that effect. Harrington picks up the steal up high, goes down low, and draws the foul. Doesn't make the bucket, but she'll go to the line. But that's exactly what we're worried about here, Braden, and that's a concern that the coaches have expressed as well. They are looking for teams to challenge them in some scrimmages. I know that they had some good preseason scrimmages as well. They played against Hoosick and East Longmeadow, I think that they said. I wasn't actually able to check to verify because Arbiter's down right now.
Unfortunately.
Harrington gets the first one. And it's going to be Ashley Taylor and Jazzy Hayes coming in for Liv Machon and Claire Kirkendall. But, of course, the positive side of this is that they're maintaining at least a difference of 10 in their victory.
Yeah, that is true.
They haven't lost. They haven't won by less than 10.
Yeah.
In their 8 wins so far this year, which is, I mean, it's incredibly impressive.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. I mean, especially looking at some of these scores here. I mean, we had the Greenfield game, 70-16, Amherst 50-6, and then Ludlow 74-18.
Yeah. Just, I mean, some really impressive scores as Steele slashes through the paint, and it's going to go the other way as it gets deflected out of bounds. And 2 more subs coming in here. Steele and Harrington check off. Schreiber and DeMeo are going to be down low. Now the only starter on the court for the Red Hawks is going to be Harper Modesto. And so, of course, Coach Machon wanting to get some tough teams for his girls to play against, just to get them experienced and ready for the postseason. As a travel is called on the court against, that was Thea Whitmore. And Camo checking back on to the floor. Julia Hatch back onto the bench. And it's good to see Taylor Palak back out on the court here after the injury that she sustained before.
Almost a good play by Harper Modesto, but just couldn't quite get it inbounds in time. Looked like a powerful throw, though. Hope she's all right.
It's Camo receiving that as she tries to do the same thing over to Schreiber.
I believe it's going to be a foul on the court.
Might be.
Foul on 11.
Yes. Whitmore, and this is dangerous. She's responsible for all the team's fouls right now.
Really?
3. Only
this early.
Yeah.
Might be a little concerning.
Or actually, oh no, I missed one against. So there was another one that I missed, which it's not against her because she does have 3, but someone else on the Senators has 1 right now, which we'll see when they put it. Modesto! 3 ball from the center.
Great to see her get some shots up from the 3-point line.
Are you kidding me, man? That's wow.
I think it's confident to say that Frontier is definitely picking it up again. It feels like I just blinked. 27-3. I thought it was just 13-3. Wasn't it just that a second ago?
That's what it was last quarter. Like I mean, we had a timeout when it was 13-3, I think. Thought about a 3-ball there down low.
Another
Palik, and it's stolen away. The shots haven't been able to go up for the Senators. Taylor's shot doesn't go down, and a quick jump ball call.
Very quick jump ball call.
And it's going to go to the Senators.
Mason, one thing that just happened, Ashley Taylor was left wide open in the corner, and I feel like that's a big mistake on their part because if you watch Ashley Taylor in some of her warm-ups, she's a great shooter. And very talented shooter, so that's the last thing you'd want to do.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm really glad that she's getting some more playing time because every time you get to watch her in warm-up, she looks so great. And, I mean, a lot of the time, some of the movement that this Frontier team goes through ends up throwing off her shot just a little bit, but she always has a really great take at the basket whenever she gets an open chance.
Absolutely, yeah.
And that's going to be a double dribble against Macy DeMayo. It looked like she bobbled it a little bit.
Might have, yeah.
I was screened a little bit by the players up top, but now bringing it up for the Senators is Matthews. And stolen right up top. Hayes off her right hand, and it doesn't go down.
Not able to capitalize off of that, but I will say that is the 11th team steal so far.
I mean, it hasn't even hit halftime yet.
No, it has not. It's just really impressive to see from our team.
And Palik.
Hard fall.
Looks like she's going to draw a foul here. And that's a good way to do it, just driving straight to the basket. Definitely punishing against your body, but
I mean, yeah, just
sometimes you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, just the physicality part of it.
That's going to be DeMayo's first foul, and she picks it up down low. That reminds me of a way Nico Fasulo used to play last year. That was just what he did. No regard for his own life. Just threw himself right through traffic, over bodies.
Absolutely,
the amount of times he just flipped in midair and just popped right back up. I don't know how he did it.
One thing I feel like we're seeing not a little bit, but a decent amount of that too from Diego Frazier on the boys team.
Yes.
Which is great to see, just putting the physicality of it.
Yeah, me and you have talked about how he's very reminiscent of Fasulo as well, just in the aggressive and almost insane frenzy that he plays with.
Definitely, yeah.
That kind of energy is hard to come by, especially at this level, and it's a valuable asset for a team to have. Nice backdoor try from DeMayo, but just a little bit of a low pass, it looked like, went off of her ankles. And now we've got a couple subs waiting in the wings for the Red Hawks. Senators with possession, and
jump ball.
Hayes, wide open opportunity to get her hands on it, and she forces the jump ball call. It's going to stay with the Senators, it looks like, as Hayes, Taylor, and Schreiber take their seat. Riley, Harrington, and Elsa Brown coming out onto the court for the Red Hawks. Up top, it's Matthews, almost losing her dribble there. Screen set, but she picked up her dribble right beforehand. Now it's Palik. Back to Smith. Down low. Pass connects. And Harrington picks up a foul.
Mason, I'm not going to lie, for Mahar right now, it seems like they're a little bit slow to the passes and doesn't exactly know what their whole plan is right now. So it seems like they're kind of fumbling around on that a little bit and just kind of losing momentum, I guess.
Yeah, it's a point in the game where, you're really starting to fall behind right now, and you need to connect a few things together offensively. Because, they've actually stopped a fair share of the Red Hawks' chances. They've just been getting shut down repeatedly off the pass because that's how the Hawks play. DeMayo knocks it down off the glass, and that's exactly what we've been talking about. Points off the turnovers, Brayden.
Yeah.
That is what this team specializes in, and that's what they're going to keep doing to you because they play the passing lanes, they shut them down, and you're not going to get a clean pass off when you're playing against them.
Yeah, what was it? Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it was Hopkins. There was a lot of turnovers from Hopkins.
Oh, my goodness.
So many. And
yes.
Frontier was able to capitalize that off almost every time, which is why it ended up being 60-26.
Yeah, Hopkins was able to counter that a little bit as Camo picks up a shooting foul here. And that's going to be against Elsa Brown, I believe. So plenty of fouls being spent around by the Redhawks. This was a concern of theirs earlier in the season, right?
Oh, yeah.
So coming back to haunt them a little bit. But not on the scoreboard just yet. Up 25 with 2 minutes to go in the first half. Camo hits her first. And Whitmore comes off. McBroom comes on for her. Second shot.
Got it.
Bounces on down. Campbell bringing it up for the Redhawks. Nice and slow across half court. Sees Harrington open. And now one-handed pass over to Brown. Doesn't quite connect. Scramble on the ground. Brown gets it. And now 3-ball Campbell off the iron. And Riley almost picks up a steal. Getting her hand right in the mix early.
Great physicality from Frontier here. Even though it's not the starters, the entire team brings so much to the game, which is so needed for this team.
And that's what they've been coached to do, and that's the way all of them play. You see them play that way in JV too, as a nice pass forward from Riley. Harrington with the finish.
It's going to be 13 steals, I'm pretty sure, Mason, and they're just able to capitalize off every single one, off of fast breaks or turnovers, anything like that. Frontier is just so great at doing that.
That's what happens when you get so good at layups. I'm sure they run those drills constantly.
Oh, I'm sure.
It's a nice feed right on the nail. Shot goes wide from McBroom. 1 minute to go in the half. 31-6 Frontier. Campbell wants the triple. She's got it.
Frontier is shooting great from 3 tonight, Mason. Glad to see it.
45 on the clock. Senators bringing it up. 28-point lead for the Redhawks. Camo at the arc, gets it knocked away from her, and Matthews picks it up. Now it's Palick. Up top against Riley. Gets a screen, an opening, pulls the jumper, and it comes up short.
Looked like she had a bit of a disagreement there with the ref. I think she wanted the call.
Yeah. That was definitely a contested shot. I can understand the conversation that time around. Riley over to Brown on the blocks, out to Riley. Thought about that. I thought she might take a 3 there, but Harrington does on the other end.
Got it!
She's got it. Dead center. 9 points in the first half for Addie Harrington.
Not going to connect.
Close shot there at the end from Hayden Camo, but it is 37-6, a 31-point lead for the Redhawks at home. Another good outing so far, Braden.
Yeah, I mean, they've definitely picked it up from before. I mean, it seemed like it was going to be getting kind of a closer game, and now Frontier's just kind of pulling away a little bit.
Yeah, first half was definitely a slow start, especially offensively. They weren't connecting the way that they wanted to. But now, I mean, they've hit their rhythm. Defensively, They were always present. They were always there. Just playing strong the way they usually do, Brad.
Absolutely, and their threes are just connecting left and right.
Oh, my goodness, yes. The only thing that I think they might want to keep an eye on is some foul trouble,
I think that's their biggest issue.
In a matter of, trying to play your best every single game, because that's what this team aspires to do, regardless of the score, regardless of the opponent, regardless of the, supposed worth of the game, right?
Absolutely.
You're going to play to your fullest potential, and, you're going to play your hearts out on the court every single day.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, you can't expect nothing less than that.
Be sure to be looking forward to a lot more of that kind of basketball in the second half when we come back after just around 9 minutes of halftime. That's what we have left on the clock here in Goodnow Gymnasium, where the score is 37-6. Frontier on top against the Mahar Senators. You're watching Frontier Community Access Television. We'll be right back. Hello and welcome back to Frontier Community Access Television. I'm Mason Smith, joined tonight by Braden Reepold. Our producer for today is Tom Albert on the laptop, and Tyler Wolkowitz is filming this game for us today. 37-6 coming into the second half right now in the Nest Goodnow Gymnasium at Frontier Regional High School. They're playing against the Mahar Senators, who have struggled a lot in that first half. Braden, is there really anything that we can see from them to try and close this gap a little bit?
Well, I mean, not to be disrespectful, but I don't think there's much they can do. One thing I would want to point out is last quarter I think they were forcing their shots a little bit. I feel like that happens a lot against the Frontier team just because of how dominant they are in the game, but we just see a lot of forced shots, which just aren't the best shots ever, so it just kind of leads in a lot of points lost.
Yeah, taking some smart shots and really trying to work to get some open chances. And part of that has to do with, some smart passes as well, which is tough to do against Frontier. As Mashawn lets loose a three, that comes up short, and Mahar snags the rebound. But as we said, the defense against the pass for the Red Hawks is just top tier, just about as good as you can get at this level. Camo puts up a three off the glass, and it doesn't fall. Modesto rips down the boards, and Harrington gets run into by Camo, and looks like Camo's going to pick up a foul after that one. So just 30 seconds in, we're seeing a foul on the board for the Senators.
A bit concerning for the Senators because there's a lot of fouls. I'm not keeping track, but I know you are. There's I believe a lot of fouls for their team so far. Actually,
a little less than the Red Hawks. The Red Hawks have been more spread out.
Yeah.
And that's going to be a foul. I didn't see the signal from the official. Did you?
I did not catch it.
This other official was just right in front of our bench, so just some bad timing there on the call. As Palak brings it up, passes it over. Now back to Palak. Back up top. See, this is where the Senators are having trouble penetrating down low. Now Camo spins, puts up the shot, and sells it short. That was a good chance, just didn't connect, Braden. I think that's what I want to see them try and do more.
Exactly. That shot wasn't crazy forced. She was in a good position. Just kind of get the shot off as best as you can. If it goes in, it goes in. If it doesn't, it's whatever.
Yeah. And that is going to be batted down, going the other way off the boards. Camo bringing it up. She's got Palak to her left, sends it over to her. Checks down low, and as expected, Harrington's right there on the coverage for the pass, Braid.
Tipping it out, yeah. I mean, one thing I'm hoping to see from Mahar is slowing it down a little bit. If you watch them taking it up from the key, it seems like they don't really know what to do, and almost just like they're freestyling what they're going to do. So I'm hoping they slow it down a little bit and just really get an idea of what they want to do for the play.
As that was almost a good look from Camo. She faked the shot, and now fakes it again, driving just like she did last time, puts it up off the glass and a little too hard this time. She sold it short last time, and then she goes too hard. Modesto on the low blocks and draws the foul.
Yeah, but I think for the shot down there back on Mahar, I think she may have been trying to draw the foul a little bit and just did not get the call she wanted.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think that that might be something that they're playing to. Because also, no one on Frontier has a dangerous amount of fouls.
Not at all.
A lot of them have one, and there's only one that has two. That's Whitney Campbell, as Modesto makes her first.
She's the leading scorer tonight, correct me if I'm wrong.
Yes, she is. She's got 12 on the night, just edging out Addie Harrington, who has 9. Comes just shy of 13 right there, and it's saved by Camo. Nice backhand pass to keep it alive there to Whitmore. And now it's Palak. Was looking for Whitmore on the elbow. Back to Palak, who drives, puts up the flying jumper, and the rebound is loose, out of bounds, will stay with Mahar. And when we talk about smart shots, this is something that my dad taught me right when I was playing rec. We were just talking about that during the break, actually. A moving shot isn't the best shot that you can take. You want to try and plant. And that is a good job from Camo drawing the foul right there.
Absolutely,
she's going to take a trip to the line off the shot. But when we talked about smart shots, Braden, we've seen a lot of, like you said, forced shots. And alongside that comes moving shots.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, for the moving shots, I think it's just important to know your strengths. Like,
Yep.
when I played, I was not too bad at moving shots, so I could take them comfortably. But for some people, that's not necessarily their strong suit, so that shouldn't be what they're taking. Just kind of rely on your strong suit and take what you know you can make.
Absolutely. Of course, when it comes to a situation like this, you're trying to play out of your comfort zone.
Absolutely.
Like, just pull off something, unexpected to try and, boost some morale a little bit at the very least.
Yeah.
It's Camo staying solid at the nail, going 2 for 2 again. She's got 7 points on the night for the Senators. Now swinging it down low. Modesto on the low block sells that one short, and she's just saying, I'm getting in my head. You see that banging her
a little
hands.
upset with herself. I mean, she has had a couple missed not free throws, but shot attempts there. So
and another good drive right there. Hayden Camo drawing the fouls again.
Looks like we got a lot of Frontier players ready to check in here.
Ooh, yeah. I think that's a full squad right there. Yeah. 5 on, 5 off, and that's going to be Mashawn's first foul pickup. Well, let's see now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are 7 Frontier players with 1 foul, and then, as we said, Whitney Campbell with 2. So, Camo capitalizing on it, though. You got to give her some credit.
Yeah, breaking the lead down to 29, I believe.
And actually, you know what? No, I'll bring that up later during a break because I gotta check Mass Live because there was something that they threw out on the stats that can't be right,
Yeah.
But I gotta go back and check it after watching this here. It's Camo.
Got both of them.
2 for 2 again. I haven't been keeping track of the free throw statistics, but she's been great. I think that she went 1 for 2 her first trip and has been just nailing them ever since.
Yeah, I mean she's definitely helping chip away at that big number there.
Now down low, it's Hayes. Bobbles the pass, bringing it back up top. Hayes, and she travels.
Interesting call by the refs.
Hayes actually still looking for her first points of the night.
Yeah.
And that's surprising. She is right up there with some of the top scorers on Frontier. I mean, we expected her to have a breakout year on the scoreboard. So
absolutely, yeah. I mean, I feel like we can't judge her just based off of her score, though, because she's definitely done a lot tonight besides scoring-wise. She's gotten passes and steals and whatnot, playing good defense as well, so that's all you can really ask for. Yeah,
fantastic aggressive defender and a great point guard too. I mean, she obviously played in the guard position, and she's moved more into the point guard role as Mahar is going to take their 3rd timeout. I believe it's only 5 a game, so they're running short on those, just still trying to figure something out, relying on the free throws right now with Camo. 9 of the 10 points that they have, all 10 of those points coming from made free throws, actually.
Wow. I mean, I feel like it's great to have a top scorer, but at the same time, you don't want to have only a top scorer. You want to have it spread out a little bit, and then your opportunities kind of rise a little bit, and that's why Frontier is so good over here, because they have a very spread out bench. Their bench goes really deep, so they're able to get a lot of points from a lot of different people, which is a great thing to have.
Absolutely.
But when you only have a good point scorer, just like 1 or 2, you're very limited.
Yeah, that's a great point, Braden. And the other thing to say about that is, what happens if the other team is able to make your star player the only player that is like your really big scorer that makes a difference in the game? What if they make them a non-factor? They just completely X them out of the equation. What are you going to do then? There's nothing you can do. That's the answer.
Yeah. Or even worse, let's say that person gets injured. Then, what do you do from there?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's kind of not totally, but, I mean, Max Millette was a huge guy on the scoreboard for the boys basketball team last year, and he got injured for a couple games. I think it was a concussion that he had, but he was out for 2 or 3 games, and, I mean, they were able to pull off 1 or 2 wins, I think, but they struggled severely.
Yeah.
As now Mahar still leaning on Camo, and the short shot clock is going to get to them.
Doesn't happen too often, Mason, to have the shot clock run out.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen it a few times this season because of situations like this where the coach calls a timeout right in the middle of an offensive possession, and then you only have like 10 seconds left. As Hayes barely gets to the pass in time. Was a little bit of a misread from her and Campbell, as now she brings it back up top. Campbell receives the swinging pass. Now it's down low. Schreiber pitches it back out. Hayes for 3.
Nice 3.
Dribbles out, put back. Got it from Campbell. She's got 5 on the night. And, I mean, this is what you expect from the Red Hawks. Every single game that they have, just everyone getting on the board somehow.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, they're just kind of taking a advantage of their opportunities here. They're looking at the plays. They're looking at any openings that they can find, and they're definitely making use of them.
Camo barely grabs that pass, and it looks like it's no shot on the play. Going to be against, I believe, Hayes was the number thrown
I
up.
think so, yeah.
It was either, no, it's going to be loose. It was either loose or Hayes. I saw the 2, but not the, 3 ball comes up short from Camo.
Not quite.
And now Campbell gets the pass forward, looking cross court. It's DeMayo driving the baseline, sends it back out, and it's deflected, finds its way to Hayes, who dribbles down low. Now in the corner, Schreiber.
Great passing here.
Good backdoor feed, and stuffed. Loose.
I think she may have picked up a foul there.
Yeah, she did.
Doesn't look too very happy with that call.
Yeah. And, well, I can tell you why she's not going to be happy about that.
I see.
I believe that's her 4th. And if I've miscounted by 1, that's her 5th. It is her 4th. So that's why she's upset right
Some
now.
foul trouble here.
It's loose, sells it a little short on the first free throw. And,
She's out.
yeah, I'm not wrong about what I saw. Hayden Camo looking on Mass Live. And, of course, we can take the Mass Live stats with a grain of salt. That's what I always do when they follow what the coaches give them, and sometimes the coaches
mess.
It's just there's a lot of hands that the information has to go through, and so the information gets a little blurry.
Absolutely.
That's the short answer to it, and that's going to be a foul on Campbell, her 3rd. But the stat that we're trying to get around to here is that of the 55 points that Mass Live has said that Hayden Camo has this season, 31 of them have come from free throws. 31 made free throws. Impressive,
you can
for sure.
Trust her at the line.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, she's been proving that tonight. 9 made free throws as the pass is deflected. Loose, stuffed by Loose, and it goes the other way.
And in the meantime, we had Harper Modesto check into the game here.
So now we've got 2 players big in the paint. 30-point lead for the Redhawks. Just under 3 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Stutter step from Hayes. Modesto swings it down low. Loose backdoor try, and DeMayo traveled. But, yeah, like I was saying, Brayden, it's great to have someone that's, reliable at the line. But
absolutely.
If that's the only place your points are coming from, I mean,
something's got to change about that.
Something's got to change, or the other team's really got to worry about their foul trouble. 3 ball let loose by Julia Hatch goes far. Now it's Modesto moving fast. Pass behind Schreiber. DeMayo picks it up. Back up top, it's Hayes. First to her right, now to her left she goes. Modesto for 3. Trying to go 2 for 2 on the night. And it looks like Hatch is down hard, banged her knee, or rolled it a little, it looked like. She landed awkward on that. Seeing if she's going to get up, but it looks like she's really favoring that left leg right now. So we're going to take a timeout here on the floor. We'll be back in just a few moments. You're watching Frontier Community Access Television. Hello and welcome back to Frontier Community Access Television. We're coming back from a timeout on the floor here. Julia Hatch walked off of the court on her own power, so a good sign there, but she's got an ice pack on her right knee. And the Hawks have possession, and jump ball is going to be called. Modesto, looking bewildered for a moment, thought it was a travel call against her, but it is going to go the way of the Senators.
Mason, I want to say it's kind of unfortunate and sad to see from Mahar that 2 injuries in 1 game.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I mean, well, to be fair, Palick has recovered. She's out on the floor right now. Just pass it down low. Baseline drive, and it looks like we're going to have a foul against Jazzy Hayes here.
Is that her 3rd on the night, 2nd on the night?
It's just 2nd, I think. But it is going to give the Senators a bonus, which no doubt we'll see Camo capitalize on.
Most definitely, yeah.
And Matthews,
First point of the night.
doing her own job at the nail there. Senators with 3 fouls in this quarter as well, compared to the Hawks 5. So they're 2 shy of giving the Red Hawks a bonus on the scoreboard. Pitch to the left, 3-ball. Schreiber got it! Oh, what a beauty
Bang, bang.
from the near side. And now Senators to counter after their recent trip to the free throw line, sending it down low. Double teamed immediately, and
Foul called.
looks like it's Hayes again.
Wow.
Hayes picking up 2 quick ones, and back to the line she goes. And Hayes is going to go talk to her coaches. There's beckoned over by her coaches.
I mean, it looked like it was pretty clean. She got trapped over in that corner there getting pressed.
Yeah, it was a little tough to see from our angle as well.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, I was complete other side of the court, you know. But 43-12.
Hayes has got to be careful of those fouls because she doesn't want to be in foul trouble either.
Yeah, definitely. If not to, just have that against yourself in your record. Hayes almost comes up with a steal. Now it's Matthews losing her dribble, and Schreiber picks it up. Now DeMeo, cross half court. She's got Hayes all the way on the other side. Has some room. Brings it down to the baseline. Back to Luce. Wide open DeMeo. Sees the lane, puts it up off the glass, and it doesn't drop. Luce the putback, too hard. Pitching it out. Schreiber receiving the pass from Modesto. Now back over. Hayes for 3. Got it!
Connects.
Somehow bounced in off it hit the front of the rim and rolled back up off the glass.
Tumbled its way in there.
And those are her first points of the night.
Really?
Yes. Wait a little bit too long there. Palick knew she had that shot as Camo puts up a nice take. That just goes a little bit too wide to the right. Shot clock is dark at the end of the third here. Hayes sets herself low, and now a give and go. Modesto has some time, didn't want the shot. Now it's DeMeo. Hayes, jab step, puts up the short jumper. Didn't get it. Kept alive by a diving Modesto.
Oh, my
What an
goodness.
effort. Now it's down low, loose, and it's turned over. Gets it off. Oh, almost goes. Palick lays herself out for that shot. It was a great
Very
take
physical
from
ending
downtown right there. But, yeah, a pretty physical back-and-forth ending, just like you said, Braden, of the third quarter here. And teams and ourselves are going to take a short break here before we go into the final 8 minutes of the ball game. 46-12, the score right now. Hawks still leading at home against the Mahar Senators. You're watching Frontier Community Access Television. We'll be right back. Hello and welcome back to Frontier Community Access Television. 46-12 the score coming into the fourth quarter. I'm Mason Smith, joined tonight by Braden Repold. Tom Albert is on the laptop, and Tyler Wolkowitz on camera here on our crew in Goodnow Gymnasium. The Hawks poised to take their 9th straight win of the season, going to move to 9-0, 4-0 in their conference, Braden, and it will be the 5th loss of the season for the Mahar Senators, moving to 1-5 overall and 0-3 in their conference. Nice drive from Whitmore as she gets her own rebound, pitches it out. Jumper goes wide. Now Camo. This is some good action from the Senators. Bucket doesn't go. Trying again. Denied by Harrington. Kept alive. And it's a good thing she ducked, actually. It probably would have been knocked out on her. Mashawn, three ball. Swirls it out. And that's some energy and movement that we have seen none of from the Senators. This is a completely new team on that play.
Start off the quarter right.
And now they got some more movement down low. Whitmore. Now an opening. 3 ball. Got it! Oh, my goodness. Lexi Ayers to open it up. That is the first basket that Mahar has made this whole game. Now it's Harrington. Mashawn.
Deep 3.
Little short there. And now going the other way. Palak was calling for it, but Whitmore.
Seems like Mahar's really deciding to pick up their game here in the last few minutes.
Yeah.
Not necessarily the ideal time, but better late than never.
Whitmore loses
Turnover.
the ball on the pass. And now Harrington moving it the other way. Has an opening, backdoor feed. Brown! And won her first points of the season. That's been a long time coming.
And Mason, I'd like to know, with the intensity Frontier is talking about, we have 15 steals, team steals so far for Frontier. And I think almost every time they've been able to get some points off of that. So,
it's an incredible stat to throw out there, Braden. The consistency at which they're able to do it is amazing. And the three-point play is there for Elsa Brown.
Mason, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's Elsa Brown's first points on the season.
Yes, it is. 49-15 the score now, as the 4th timeout out of 5 from the Senators is going to be taken here. So that puts the Hawks just one shy of 50, which was their score in one of their more recent games against Amherst Regional when they beat them 50-6. And no, I didn't say 56. I said that Amherst Regional scored 6 points. And Frontier scored 50 against them. So an encouraging point for Mahar is they're doing better than Amherst Regional.
Yeah, I mean, the unfortunate thing is they're looking kind of similar, but they're doing better, so that's something.
They are, yes. I mean, you got to give them credit here, man. Lexi Ayers, great shot from the arc. That was nice.
First 3 on the night, first actual bucket on the night, right?
Yeah, and that's a great way to open it up, too. Long ball and, contested with Mashawn running in to defend it like that.
Yeah.
And I think it was just clean in.
Definitely, yeah.
No backboard, nothing, just straight down.
If only they could have got some more of that seen in like first quarter, second quarter maybe, but.
Yeah. Took them a while to find the rhythm, but they found it there.
Find the groove going.
And of course, missing some presence on the court with Julia Hatch still nursing her knee on the bench here. Trying to drive the baseline, poked out. It's going to stay with the Senators. Ayers down low, trying to make another play to the bucket. Now it's Whitmore. Up top, deflected out.
Hits the table.
And it's rolling away from me. I was going to touch it, but.
I think you should give it a shot.
From here?
From deep.
Could I make it?
Yeah.
Tom doesn't think so. Wow,
he's
doubting me. Doubting me, man.
That's why he's on laptop.
Sitting down, no? Okay, that's fair. If I was sitting down, I definitely couldn't make it.
Hey, believe in yourself, Mason.
No, I don't. I think it would be a very low chance to make it. And that's the second time in this game that they've had the short shot clock there, and
yeah,
I think not realized it.
I think you're right. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, nothing against them. That happens a lot with teams when they're in that situation. Brown batting down the pass, double teamed, and she loses it to Camo. .34 lead. Spinning Camo draws the foul, and she's going to go to the line again. As we said, dangerous. Probably going to break 10 here, I bet.
Yeah.
She's got 9 on the night for reference, so.
I don't know. I think she's got some pretty good chances here. We'll see.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
I might have jinxed her. I'll take responsibility for it. If she misses the second one, it's my fault.
She deserves an apology from you.
Tom knows what I'm talking about. Well, let's see.
Let's see if Mason jinxed her.
I'm holding my breath.
Okay,
I didn't. All right. She gets 10. And, oh, it wasn't a timeout. I thought it was. Substitutions coming in. Harrington and Michon off. Kirkendall and Steele coming on. And once again, short list of players who don't have points on the night. Just 3 for the Red Hawks. Swinging it down low. Back the other side of the court. Taylor with the 3 ball. Off the backboard.
Not exactly the shot she was looking for.
That's why I don't shoot in the corner. Just me
corner
personally.
Is definitely not my spot. My spot is more top of the key.
It's always great to see a shot from there. It seems very dramatic.
Oh, yeah. But also, she hasn't gotten the ball much this game. She only had, what, 2 shot opportunities? 3 maybe?
Yeah. And trying to put it up again.
Put back.
That's a great job right there. Whitmore coming up on the positive end of the fouls this time around and gets a trip to the line. But on the positive side of things, what we were talking about, most players from Frontier getting a point in this game, as Whitmore gets her first off of that free throw. Every single player on the team now.
Really?
With that basket from Elsa Brown, every single player on the team has, in the season, has scored some points.
Yeah, now that Elsa Brown's got her first point of the season, which is great for her.
Yeah. (49-18) the score now. Mahar again chipping away with the free throws. Riley pitches it down low. Back up top to Riley.
Took it out to the
had an opening, didn't want it. And 3 seconds in the paint is called. That's a new. Not that I've never heard that call before. Not a common call you're going to hear in high school.
Oh yeah, no, it's not very common here, but not impossible.
Yeah, definitely. Especially with a lot of lack of movement, you know?
Absolutely, yeah. Hearing some words here.
Friendly conversation between the players as the pass gets deflected by Taylor. Down goes Whitmore. Taylor on the other end gets shoved and will go to the line.
I think we heard some words from Pollock at the key there.
Yeah. Maybe a little closer than the key. I think it was a little bit like just in the out of bounds territory of the volleyball court.
Yeah.
That's right about where it was, I think. Sends a little too far first time around from Taylor.
Looking to get her first points of the night here with this shot. Hopefully I didn't jinx her.
And that was Palak who just checked out. That was her 3rd foul on the night.
And she does.
Taylor gets it.
Night. Pretty spread out across the board here, Mason.
Yeah. Riley and Luce. And we don't even mean to be calling anyone out. This is just, it's almost a game we've started playing.
Yeah.
You know? But Riley and Luce, who are both out on the floor right now, with 3.5 to go, they've got plenty of chances. I mean, it could have happened. Yeah. I don't think we've had a game yet where every single player on the full roster has scored at least 1 point. Now we've got opportunity. That was a great job from Camo, slashing through, and she draws a foul.
Interesting
Luce
call.
getting a little banged up there. Ball came down and hit her right in the forehead, and she didn't expect it, so. But it's Camo at the line again. Makes her first.
And she's the leading scorer right now with her free throws. Isn't that correct?
Yeah, 11 points.
11 points. Is that all based off free throws?
Yes.
Not too sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
It's impressive nonetheless that she's been this consistent.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think it's good for her. Not the best for the team. I
Yeah.
think they should want more shot opportunities just like in the actual court and during the game.
out of the 12
Long
free throws,
pass.
this is Taylor taking a 3, sends it too far. Now it's Riley maybe looking for a putback here. Sends it back over to Taylor again. Up
Doesn't
top. Back to Riley. She tries her luck too far this time. Just under 3 minutes to go now. 30-point lead for the Redhawks. 50-20 is the score. Camo taking it up top, and Matthews, it's going to stay with the Senators.
Even as the clock ticks down, Frontier still not letting up on defense at all, still playing with that same intensity as he did in the first quarter all the way through the game.
Steele and Kirkendall check off. It's going to be Hayes and Campbell on for the two of them for the Redhawks. Camo back up top again. Short shot clock again. Driving herself.
Going to draw the foul, I believe.
Foul against Hayes.
Her fourth on the
I
night?
think that's her fourth, yeah.
She's in foul trouble here.
Well, I mean, we've had a player in foul trouble for virtually the entirety of the second half.
That's a good point.
It's Thea Whitmore, number 11 of the Senators. Or no, I miscounted. They're saying it's only 3
Miscounted.
against her.
Would that mean
Okay.
Jazzy Hayes is the only one in foul trouble then?
No, there's a couple other Frontier players that have 3 right now.
Yeah.
It's her, Campbell, and Luce, I believe, who have
I
3. But we're going to have the starters come back out here for the Senators with 2.5 to go in the game. Camo misses her first and then made her second, making her total 13 on the night. Calling out a play is Hayes, slinging it around the horn, dumping it in. Loose gets it batted down. Now Camo up against Hayes. Hayes playing far back, now closing in as she gets to the arc. Spin move down low, shot goes wide. Hayes trying to secure the rebound. And it's going to stay with the Senators.
She had a face to make about that call.
I think she's knocking herself for getting a little too excited over it.
Maybe,
You saw her
yeah.
gesture the other way and kind of shake her head.
Yeah, no. Bit of a smile on her face.
Camo kind of throwed it right in the middle, almost praying that someone finds it.
Almost, yeah.
Now it's Palick for 3.
Oh,
Knocks it
second free on
down.
the night for Mahar.
Down low, Taylor takes her 3. Sends it a little short and ripped away by Camo off the rebound. Going to go to the Senators. Camo bringing it up with under 2 minutes to go now. Subs waiting in the wings for the Senators. It's Ayers with it. Now Matthews up top, guarded by Taylor. Over to Whitmore. Takes a deep ball.
Not going to
Way
land.
short. (50-23) the score with 1:22 to go. Hayes bringing it up. Over to Campbell. Long pass down low. Back to Hayes. Driving to her right. Campbell back up top. Hayes in the corner. Jab step. And now brings it back up top. 15 to shoot for the Redhawks. Taylor pitching it down on the blocks. Now
Goes up to
Hayes for 3. Off the front rim. Taylor on the rebound. Fresh shot clock for the Redhawks. Hayes.
Looking to get a shot.
Campbell thought about it. Now it's down low, loose, back up top. Riley, Taylor in the corner, rattles out of the cage, and it's going to go to the Senators. With just 2.8 over the shot clock, closing in right on the end of this game. As we said before, Hawks are going to stay undefeated in this season, moving to 9-0. Very impressive record. And 1-5 will be the record of the Senators when we hear the buzzer here in just 20 seconds as the ball is bobbled around. Almost stolen again.
Defense
kept
not
alive.
up.
And now Whitmore with a drive and will draw the foul.
Really aggressive plays there, Mason. Even with a couple seconds left on the shot clock, still both teams just not giving up.
Yeah, it's some good aggression. We've seen a lot more life to the Senators, and you got to give them credit for that. A lot of life here in the last 8 minutes, final quarter here of the game, despite the score. And now that is Jazzy Hayes' fourth foul. Whitmore sends the first throw too far. And it will be 10 seconds left in the game after this free throw. We'll have to imagine the Hawks will just dribble it out.
I would imagine.
But no, it's Camo gets the rebound, puts it up, and we'll go to the line again. Took 2 seconds off of the clock, exactly. And now we're at 7.9.
Game won't stop.
Let's see how many times we can stop the game before it finishes. Camo.
Racking up some more points.
If she makes this second one, she'll have 15 on the night.
Let's see if Mason jinxes her again.
Maybe I will. Bonus again, by the way, given to the Senators.
He does not. She is unjinxable.
And now Hayes sending it forward. Taylor. Hawks are looking for a last-minute shot. Now it's Riley. Off the rim.
Shot.
They were trying to spread it out, try and get those last couple points for the players. They had them targeted in this fourth quarter. They were trying to get it to them the most.
Yeah. Mason, this is one of the more closer games here for Frontier, usually.
Yeah, I'll say that, yeah. You can give the Senators credit for that.
Most
and
definitely.
I mean, like we've been saying all night, crazy good from the free throw line. I don't know if I've seen a team better than them at the free throw line. I mean, it mostly was Hayden Camo that we're going to be talking about when we say that, but still,
most definitely,
fairly impressive. Also, some credit to Thea Whitmore for staying alive on four fouls for so long. I think it was over a quarter, maybe even like the whole second half. Even I'm not entirely sure, but final score is going to be 50-25, a 25-point win for the Red Hawks, and they will move to 9-0 on the season. Their next game will be a little while from now. Home game against Lennox here at the Nest on January 16th. So we'll try and get out there once that date comes around, but that's a little while from now. So for now, I've been Mason Smith with Braden, Tom, and Tyler. Thank you all very much for tuning in tonight. You've been watching Frontier Community Access Television. Have a great night.